ACB. I'm about to be live. If you want to come watch, you're welcome to come watch. Hey, what's up, guys? ACB, if you come into the stream, welcome. I see that you announced that I'm live. Thank you. I appreciate the shout out. Let's start. I didn't change my camera yet, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still using this GoPro. Let's start. We'll start with the good stuff. And then I'll get into clips that has been sent to me, screenshots that has been sent to me. It's just plain, it's ridiculous. The donation drive that they brought in today was it was good. I had a few residents ask me about what all this horn blowing was. They were mostly elderly residents. They're not used to that stuff in this town. So, other than that, besides it, I think it should have been. They should have showed up in the morning and unloaded this stuff, because when they were unloading this stuff, cars were backed up all the way through town, waiting to get their water, and they had to wait until they unloaded these trucks. But other than that, they did bring a lot of stuff besides water. Diapers, cleaning products, what else I see? Soup. I think there was cans of food. Why is my screen going weird? So they did bring more than water, which is good, because you could probably live on water for a while, but you eventually do got to cook something. I see gallon jugs. They had gallon jugs of water was there. That's helpful, because maybe 16-ounce things of water takes to fill up a kettle to boil or something. I talked to a 1, 2, 3 guys. I forget your name. I'm sorry. I met so many people today that I totally forget your name. But I talked to you by the railroad tracks, and you told me about your organization, about you wanting to bring more supplies in, and this was a group effort. And as I had told you, I honestly appreciated what you guys did. You guys didn't have to bring this stuff in. Well, I'll play this clip a little later. We're gonna get through the good stuff first, and then we'll get through the bad stuff. Well, not really the bad stuff. The stuff that annoys me. So I had a nice talk to them. And he said if you ever wanted one, you ever wanted to interview him, he'd be ready for an interview, which is, I'm fine with. you took time out um, to drive up there and drop this stuff off. Uh, like I said, I think it should have been done in the morning, or at least some of these trucks unloaded in the morning because of the backup that it caused. But you know, I guess first time you learn. It it was figured out. Everything got unloaded. Then the cars got going through, getting their water and stuff like that. So they figured it out. It was first time they probably ever had that big of a load come in, group come in. So it's understandable. I'm just saying, maybe kind of spread them out some. Maybe a few show up earlier in the morning because they're not quite so busy in the morning and get unloaded, and then you could have them come out throughout the day, or even just you guys all come in and unload one trailer at a time, because you had two semi trailers, you had a truck and a trailer parked in there, and that lot's not very big. But like I said, we learn. You live and learn. It was your first time. They probably said it was they're probably their first time too with that many trucks. So I'm not gonna hit you back, guys, bad for that, because it was unseen. I mean, you guys figured it out. You guys got a good chain going. Pallets, you palleted everything. It was, after you figured it out, it kind of went nice and quick. So, what else I want to get into? We'll get into my my sign holding. It was quite interesting tonight. I had a what's even funnier is I actually had the governmental EPA lady and man stop and give me her card because she said if I had any questions for me to contact them, which I thought was kind of funny because the sign I was holding. But it is what it is. They were nice. I met this other couple that was out of town. It was a husband and wife. They were, I don't want to say older, middle age. Let's say middle age. They came through. We talked for a while. They wanted to know what it was like when it first happened. Kind of where everything happened, and I told them about going down by the streams and check out their aeration they're doing, and go down there and tell me if you smell anything. They came back I think 3 times to talk to me. I did give them my card for them to pass the videos on because they wanted live videos of what was actually going on there. So I had great conversation with them. Had the usual beeps, honks. I don't think I might have got a few dirty looks. There are the people that wants to bury this, and I'm used to looking up here on my camera, not looking down here. But them are the people that want to bury this and just get on with their life and not realize the maybe the health fallout of this all. So. I don't fault them either. Whatever. You're entitled to your opinion. I started out down by, I think it was Fox. I might have to look for the clip if they play it. I kind of bombed a reporter's interview. He was doing an interview, and I kind of walked through the back and held my sign up and showed both sides while I was walking by. So I'll look for that and see if they actually aired that or did they record it again. I don't know. I started down by Rite Aid, which is the usual corner I stand on, which is usually the busiest corner. I think it was Red Cross was down there. Or was the Salvation Army? I think it was Red Cross was down there. They were handing out their water. You guys seen me interview the guy about halfway through town. I'm going tomorrow morning. I think his boss, his donor, is showing up tomorrow morning around 8. I guess it's supposed to be, he is very outspoken, and he said, it'd be very interesting to cover. So I'm gonna be down there, cover that tomorrow morning. I don't know if it'll be exactly at 8, but I'll get down there at 8 just to cover till he gets there. They got trucks coming in all the way from down south, heading up this way. After that, thank you, Mama Bear. Who was asking me for that? Lori was asking me for that, and I told her I would have to get that link for her. After that, I went up by the water donation site because I figured, hey, heck, it's the busiest. Cars were backed up through town. You have pissed off people that, I don't understand how a little bit of inconvenience can piss so many people off. And another thing is, I don't know why this is such a hard thing to learn. You don't park your car, or at least, stop your car on the railroad tracks. I don't know why that's such a hard thing for people to get. That was that guy was really cool. I liked him. Like I said, he was very outspoken, and I guess his boss, I think it was, is very more outspoken, and he's going to demand answers. So, I like seeing people like that, stand up, companies stand up, because the company's putting its reputation on the line, standing up for this. So it's going to be a great coverage tomorrow, I hope. So I stood up there for a while, and nice thing is, I am known there by the water donation people now, who do that because they know what I do in town. Okay, I don't want to put too much information out there, but there was a couple across the street, and oh no, this would have been when did I say this on camera? This would have been when I was filming. They thought I was filming them when I was, just really had the camera towards the train. You guys heard it. It wasn't when I was filming. When the guy came up, they know I have respect. Same thing if I don't film people getting their donations. I walk up and I point the camera the other direction, and I will talk to them. If they want to be on camera, they, can be on camera, but I don't shove my camera in your face because, I know you have no expectation of privacy out in public, but I respect you enough to not do that. That's why I stay so far back from when they were giving the donations out, because I don't want to get individual people's faces. That's just how I am. And I gain a lot of respect in town from that too, because people know I'm not going to shove my camera in their face. My camera can be pointed the other direction, and they can say what they need to say, and they don't have to be on camera. So that's why I stayed so far back from the donation thing. I always do. I'll walk through there and show the donations maybe, but I will not zoom in on who's in what vehicle and who's getting what. That's just the way I handle myself. I think it's out of respect for the people. But now we're going to get into the let's get into the crappy stuff. Thank you guys for keeping me updated on stream. Mama Bear set up a Facebook group that I'm going to connect to while I'm live streaming, so it's easier for you guys to send me messages like, hey, your stream's cutting out, or, can you go cover this, or, we can't see this, so we could converse back and forth a little easier. I mean, I can see your guys' messages coming in. So, I mean, thank you for keeping me updated about, the stream getting choppy, or, it's not very good, because I don't monitor it, and unfortunately, because I use Restream through Prism, I have to use a totally different phone to see the chat. I wish they would fix that, but they haven't yet. So I was receiving, updates, my interesting chat. I was on with Lori earlier. Well, not on with Lori, but I was watching Lori earlier, and she said it was a total troll show, which, I expected to be. Oops. This is the first one that I got, okay? Skater dude, okay, you contacted the police. I appreciate you doing that, but I did not feel in harm, or like I was going to be harmed in any way. And they did not find me and have a chat with me because, you know, they know why I'm in town. They know why I'm there. Oh, what did you call the police for? Oh, wait a second. It's the rumor going around that I was photographing license plates, which we'll hear that in a second. Quite interesting. What other thing was I sent? Okay. Which one was first? I like this one. Okay. See, I went down. Okay. Oh no, you guys! I wasn't filming. I was holding my sign then. Okay, there was this guy in this Jeep. He was pissed off because he had to wait behind another car to go across the tracks, and because the cars were lined up to go in, he had to wait, and he was beeping his horn like a total dickhead. He's being a total ass. Even the guy directing traffic jumped on his ass too. But I like this. I wouldn't doubt it if 2.0 would go off camera and told people like the Jeep guy to start something. Okay, that sounds like something I would do, but Christy, just keep on dreaming. I can't even believe I have to address this stuff. It's sickening. This is another one by Christy. Christy seems to be infatuated with me. Did Dom even realize that when he was waving the flag, 2.0 walked up and Don handed him something, which was his card. I got it right here. He walked away and said he doesn't know who I am. That's exactly what I said. Dom didn't recognize me and know who I was. Thank you for, maybe telling the truth there a little bit. I appreciate that. Here's another one. Basically says the same thing. Right Mom 2.0 sticker. Walked off and snickered and said he didn't realize who I was. Just like Corinne didn't realize who I was until she looked me up, and then she kept her distance from me. Probably on purpose, but that's alright. What other ones? Let's see here. Oh, I guess something was going on in Wizzy's stream. Wizzy supposedly was jumping on them for live streaming them dropping the donations off and handing them out. I didn't watch it. I was just going by what I was, hearing in the streams. Wizard was fine with 2.0 streaming and asking people questions. Are you talking about the stream today? Probably the question I would ask do you mind being on camera? That probably was the question I asked, As you can see, I didn't chase people down and force them to give me an interview and jam my camera in their face. It's not how I act. It's not how I am. Like I said, you got to learn to respect this town. I've been in this town long enough that I know you got to learn to respect these people, and if you respect these people, they'll respect you back. You cannot come in this town jamming your camera on people's faces and expect them to be okay with it. It doesn't. It just doesn't work that way. What else is here? It was okay for me to stream it. Well, if you realize, I wasn't, like I said before, I wasn't streaming up close. I've seen people, walking by cars, getting video of people in cars, which is fine. It's your right. It's your channel. Do whatever you want, But I wasn't doing that. As you can see, I was all the way in the back. That's where I stayed in the back, and I was on the side. So just what's this one? Dom talked to him when 2.0 walked up, and Dom didn't even realize. Dom asked who he was, and he said he was independent. That's right. I'm a freelance investigative journalist. That means freelance means I don't work for nobody. I work for myself. Okay, I'm independent. Okay, that shouldn't be hard to understand, but it's then again, it's Christy again. I'm in your head. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get to the. I just took a couple clips of this. It don't surprise me, but
shit, man. It was windier than hell. It was windy. I mean, windy. Listen to this. Angelina almost got me killed and shot and arrested.
What the fuck?
She walked up to some dude and said, "I understand you're taking pictures of license plates here." And I'm like, "Wrong dude, wrong dude."
Mind you, I had a vice grip on her hand.
She was shaking his hand and she had a vice grip on it. What? Not me. I didn't do nothing. I'm like, wrong guy.
No, that was America 2.0.
Yep.
all right, guys. How long was I standing in that area? I even chose to go back to the area because supposedly the police were coming to talk to me, and I didn't want them to have to look for me, so I stayed in the area. This is just plain old ridiculous. You knew I was there. JJ seen me there. So many people seen me there. If this was a big deal, then why didn't you come say something to me? Why are you going up to an individual you don't even know? And second of all, if you're representing this foundation, it doesn't make your foundation look very good when you're doing hostile activities at a donation drop-off. It doesn't. Maybe the organizers might not be very happy with that. I don't know. I don't know who Angelina is. Obviously, she thought somebody else was there taking pictures of license plates and thought it was me. All right, let me do this one more.
I think is Brian Mays, because I watched one of his videos and he looked just like him. Went up to him and he was wearing I can't remember the sweatshirt, but anyway, went up to him and was telling him, huh?
I said, you'll know if it's Brian because he's huge.
Yeah. Well, this guy was big. This guy was not a small guy, and he had dark hair with a brown with a brown beard and mustache. Okay.
Yep, that's Brian.
Okay. He got up there and was telling him, all the stuff that they were doing, and America 2.0 says, "Well, I really appreciate everything that you guys have done. You guys are doing a very good job. Blah 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 blah." I mean, he was
So he basically, what you're saying is that he basically bowed his knee and begged for forgiveness.
Well, I don't really think that Brian knew who this guy was, and said that that he was going to be setting up stations here and there, and at different locations, and they were supposed to. He says, "Well," he goes, "I'd really like to talk to you." And Brian said, "Well, we can set a time where you can interview me. I'd really appreciate that." Anyway, so then he got off camera and didn't really say much, but I mean, his chat was going off. Okay. Then he gets to his car and says, "Well, now I've got to take my journalist mask off and put on my my activist shirt on." And so then he got off camera. All right. The thing with me is that all these
I honestly don't even know how to start to address this. Red, it's not called bowing down and begging forgiveness. It is giving gratitude to somebody that deserves to have the gratitude given to them. I said numerous times, I appreciate them bringing this stuff into town. I did not want it to become a big old grift. If you didn't grift anything, then you shouldn't be worried about nothing. That's the thing. I didn't want it to be a big grift. If you want to bring stuff into town, I was all fine for that. I'm glad people took time to, either donate money or, donate items to bring into town. I was totally okay with that. And I said that numerous times on my streams, but I mean, obviously the attention span of some people, they can't get past the first 10 minutes. So if I don't say it in the first 10 minutes, it gets lost, I guess. And I don't know if it was the Brian guy, but the one guy did say, "Oh yeah, we heard you were going to be here," so they knew I was going to be there. As soon as I said who I was, I'm not. He can get me for restreaming if he wants to. I'm using it for my freaking for news. Go ahead. I'll just counter it, and you'll have to take me to court if you want to prove it's yours. It proved that I infringed your copyright, and that's not going to happen. Anyways, one of the guys, like I said, it might not have been Brian, I'm not sure, but he said, "Oh, we heard you were going to be here," so they knew I was going to be there, which, I'm sure my name got tossed around like hell all over the place on the way up here. I was giving respect to them, okay? I'm not judging the whole group off a few individuals. I just, like I said, I did not want it to become a big grift. That was my stipulation. So, I wasn't bowing down, asking for forgiveness, because I didn't say anything bad about the group. So, I don't know why I even addressed that, because I know who it's coming from. Tommy, you got timed out. Well, I'll watch the stream, Tommy, and if you were timed out for saying something that you could be on there, I will address that. I'm sorry, I can't monitor the chat when I'm live streaming because it won't let me. So if you were timed out and you weren't supposed to, I will address the person who timed you out, and because I try to allow free speech in my my channel, but there are certain things that when you start typing certain things and doing certain things in my channel, I that's why I have mods. I let them take care of it. So, Tommy, if you were timed out for saying something nice, I will look into it. I didn't get a chance. The stream was 2 hours long. If it was something that, would have been okay, I will address it with whoever, timed you out or blocked you. So, I mean, you don't have to worry about that, because I'm pretty good at that. So, other than that, like I said, it was a pretty, decent day. The amount of cars that showed up to get the donations, I mean, it was great. I've never seen the cars through town waiting to get donations. That was the first time I've ever seen that. And I've been up there quite a bit. Oh, you're welcome, Tommy. Like I said, it could have been a mistake, or it could have been taken wrong. Sometimes stuff is taken in different contexts. I understand. I will look into it. And like I said, if it was something that, it's okay, I'll make sure I will address it for you. So like I said, I try to allow people to say what they want, but with YouTube being so picky now with chats, you got to be very, very gentle if you're going to leave the stream up with what you say in it. So, but it was a good day. They did bring, like I said, a lot of donations. I said maybe next time, maybe space out the unloading so it doesn't interfere with the the cars getting watered because they had to block that off while they were unloading, and then that's what caused the backup. Maybe something like that. You could come in as a group. That's fine. Maybe don't unload everybody at once. Park and unload one vehicle at a time, so you still got at least one lane open for cars to go through. But like I said, this you learn. It's your first time. I mean, maybe something to think about next time. But it did go pretty good. It did go pretty fast. Like I said, I seen a lot of useful items there that I haven't seen donated. Not saying they've never been donated, but like cleaning stuff, diapers. It wasn't just water because people do need more than just water to live on. So, I thank the America for Americans. Is that what it is? Americans for America. Like I said, like I told you, thank you. Thank you for showing up. The residents, I spoke to a few residents off camera because, they choose not to want to be on camera. And they were very pleased with the amount of donations that showed up at one time, all the trucks that came in. So, I mean, the communities, thanks you. I'm sure you got a lot of thanks when you were standing there, but a lot more people, appreciated what you did. So, I just wanted to make it clear that I was not bashing the drive, okay? The drive had good intentions. It was, don't make it into a grift. That's it. That was it. Because, this, well, not even this town. It's just the whole, the whole area that's affected by this. I mean, if you're willing to help out and do stuff like that, that is great. Because this is so widespread now that, there is communities everywhere now affected by the water problems. So, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Just if you don't grift anything, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. That was my whole thing I was trying to push on my stream. So I just wanted to come on and address that real quick. There were later on in the stream, I don't know who it was, but she did talk a little better and about me, and I do appreciate it. I mean, I know some of you out there don't like me. That's fine. You can have your reasons. I personally really don't care. But, I'm on the ground to cover this, to get this story out, get the real story out, let's say. And I didn't want to see the residents turn into a big moneymaker thing, as, we have been happening on GoFundMe's. There have been so many false GoFundMe's that has been closed down because of this. That was my whole intentions. I was just protecting the community. Anytime you want to come back and bring donations, I'm sure. I'd maybe suggest branching out, and maybe hitting some other communities too, because everybody seems to be focused on East Palestine, but it's more, it's more of a regional issue than it is just a town issue. So, maybe, branch out, send a few pallets of water here or stuff here, and then, some here. I remember that guy was saying that he had a couple pallets of water going to Negley. Darlington, I know, is getting hit. Well, anybody in Beaver County is getting hit pretty bad. Allegheny County, some of that's getting hit. This is so widespread, so I don't keep track of the groups doing stuff outside very much. There may be groups that are doing stuff. I'm so overwhelmed with covering this, and working and trying to make money to live. And Yvonne, as I said, it's just a huge area. So it's oh, sorry, I have a stream going in my ear, but this is more widespread. So maybe branch it out, or maybe you could get into other things. I'm working on that list. I will post that list for the groups that to donate to. That the money will actually go to donations, not 50 cents to go to donations, and 50 cents goes to pay for the CEO or something. I'll work on putting that together for you guys. So if you guys, do want to donate, monetary, or if you want to, maybe send something, like Amazon, send it as a gift or something. Like I said, I know the Way Station is one place I know they're taking donations. I'm sure there's more. I'll ask around. Yeah, the farmers is what I'm worried about, because it's not planting season, and you know how big a farmer's field is, and just because he tests one part of his field, and it doesn't test. It doesn't test. You tell it's been a long day. I've talked to too many people today. If it does, it doesn't test positive for maybe this dioxin or this VOC. Doesn't mean this other part of this field isn't contaminated with it. And it's not financially possible for this farmer to sample every square inch of his field. The same thing goes with the fishes. The cows eating the grass. It's going to affect the milk. It's going to affect your meat you eat, local meat. So, I mean, this is just the start of the iceberg. We're just, the cleanup is just the beginning, because it's going to extend years down the road. And until they start, testing for these dioxins like they're supposed to be doing, well, they should be doing, instead of just testing for these chemicals, we're never going to know what's actually in the soil and, how far it went. So, Lily, I'm not asking who's on his panel, okay? I don't think that even came out of my mouth, so thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the view. I really do. But I don't think I asked who was on the panel. So, they're gonna love me. Other than that, like I said, I will cover the interview tomorrow. Taking the girls to the vet next week, going to find out animals are sick, including farm, because they work with farms here. Yeah. I said, this is the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even hit springtime, rain season. Can you imagine what it's going to be when we start getting, inches of rain and have so much runoff that, it's going to run off even more. Even that little bit of rain we had, I seen the difference in the streams, the film on top of the streams, than what it was when it was before the rain. So, we're in this. I'm in this for a long haul. I know a lot of people's in this for a long haul. All you guys, tuning in and getting this information out. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I don't think it wasn't for people like, I don't want to say it was all me, but streamers not letting this go. It's because that's what caused it to become a bigger issue than they were hoping to, maybe bury it and it'll be over with. But people like me that wouldn't shut up about it, we just kept on digging on it, and they finally realized that they have to maybe do something about it, and because we're not going to let it go. So I don't want to take all the credit because it's not all me. I mean, there's a lot of streamers out there. I see a lot of clips that people post. I see a lot of posts. So it's, I'm not taking all the fame. I don't want all the fame. I don't want no fame at all in this. I told that couple, I'm a nobody with a big mouth. That's exactly what I call myself. I just don't let stuff go. That's just how I work. So, I will live stream that interview tomorrow. And like I said, if you guys don't, if you guys ain't up, or I can't give you a time. He said 8 o'clock, but I'm not sure if he's actually going to show up at 8 o'clock. So, sorry, I'm talking now. People talking in my ears, like it's very disturbing. I don't know if it's going to be exactly 8 o'clock, but it'll be run out of time. If not, I will post it so you guys can, even if you guys got to work or something, you guys miss it. You can come back on it and watch it again. But like I said, overall, there were some bugs with the deliveries, but it was figured out. After they figured it out, everything got cruising. Everything got cruising fast, and they started giving water back out again. Thank you to all them volunteers that spend their time there all day. They don't get paid for this. They do this. They're donating their own time. I thank them too, because I know they really worked their ass off today with water. I know that. The one guy was saying that his back was killing him after lifting all them cases of water, and he had to direct traffic too. So I had to get a load of fat cattle farm that the cattle got hit hard with smoke. Yeah. This was sad. They don't know the widespread of this. See, the funny thing is, I'm gonna tell this story real quick. This guy just stopped it. He stopped it. I was standing up by the tracks. He stopped in his car. He used to be in the rubber industry. Okay. He was some high up with the rubber industry, and he was telling me they quit using vinyl chloride in the rubber industry just because it was so toxic, and such a small amount can cause damage to your body. So even the rubber industry quit using that for that simple fact. And he was saying that he cannot believe that they took 5 tank loads of this stuff and basically burst it and burned it in a pit. He's like, I don't get that, where they would think that, leaving off all that chemicals, the phosgene and hydrochloric acid and stuff, how that outweighed the benefits of maybe one car exploding, and if that car explodes, it may puncture another car, a piece of steel, and it may cause that car to leak out. But he said he don't understand why that outweighed the need to basically bomb the whole freaking 200-mile radius area or something. He just did not get that, and I totally agree with him. I don't get it. I don't get how they made a decision until they come up with proof that that decision had to be done. I personally believe that it was done to open the railroad, but we'll never see proof because, like I said, they're moving all the tankers out. Supposed to start the first. So they already blew up the evidence. So I don't know. It's just very confusing. gives me headaches sometimes, I'll tell you. All right, guys, I just want to get on and cover this real quick and make clarifications on this donation thing because, I myself sat here and listened to so much false information being thrown around by, I don't expect no different from the group, but, I just wanted to put it straight that, that I am glad that you, yes, T-Bone, I did hear something about coaling trailers. See, there was another thing about, they had unmanned water jets spraying on them tankers to keep them cold. And Norfolk Southern called for them to remove them water jets because they supposedly wasn't doing no good. So if you take the cold, you take the cooling water away, what do you expect is going to happen? The temperature is going to rise. So, that is a good point. I did hear about the cooling trailers. That guy did say something about that. Now that you mentioned that, so I don't know. We'll never know. Like I said, it's in the past. I can't change it. We can't change it. They chose to do what they did do. We just need to move forward and, do what we can moving forward to help, help the best we can, I guess. We're not miracle makers. We can't take away cancer and, all the negative side effects, but, just make people aware of what they were actually, what they were actually exposed to, because I don't think some people get the effect of, what they were exposed to. I don't think it registers in some people's mind. Maybe it's too much to register in some people's minds. It is a lot to take in, and it's like maybe like a denial thing that, no, there's no way I could have breathed all that in. So the more word we get out, the better it is. I posted, well, you guys, I think I filmed that, paper they had on them cars, that new one, next weekend. I think it's next weekend. I will go cover that, because there's supposed to be toxicologists and stuff there, so that might be kind of interesting to cover. I will cover that next week. That I will cover that thing tomorrow, and I don't know if anybody else has anything else planned. They were supposed to be having another town hall in a bigger location. I'm not sure. I will get with them and see maybe if we have a timeline or maybe even a spot picked out. If not, maybe I can make some phone calls and maybe get somebody to donate it, time at a fire hall or something. So there's more rooms, but it's all emotions right now. See, T-Bone, the hazmat drivers, they know what this stuff is, and it's the hazmat drivers, like the truck hazmat drivers that I've talked to, that just cannot believe they did this. I mean, they know what they've hauled and what it does, and and they just cannot believe they made this decision. So, thank you for your truck drive. Thanks for out there for all your truck drivers that put the miles in, moves the freight, you haul the freaking hazardous chemicals. Thank you. If it wasn't for you guys, the stores would be empty. So, Mama Bear, you had your CDL hazmat license. You might have to hazmat me if I get my blood tested, because you might have to haul me around with a with a hazmat sign. I don't know. Yeah, I am going to eventually go get my blood tested. I think you can make an appointment. I'm not doing it for no lawsuit reason. Like I said, I didn't even take their $1,000 because I don't give a shit. Keep your fucking $1,000. Your $1,000 ain't gonna shut me up. I'm just gonna do it for the simple fact, just to see, because if anybody was exposed a lot, it probably was me, and the firefighters, and people within close to that 1 mile radius. I'm just curious to see what's in there. It's one of them things that you don't. It's like you don't want to know what's in your body, but then again, you know, it might be good if you go find out what's in your body. You know, it's like one of them things. You know, okay, if you go get this test, you might have cancer. So should you go get this test or should you not go get this test? But you know, I will get my blood tested. I will. I will share with you guys if I'm a big toxic dump walking around or not. If I am, you guys are probably glad you stay away from me. I can't pass it through the internet, so you're safe. But I'll call and make an appointment for that. They had a list of offices doing that, so yeah, there's only 10 labs. When they had that town meeting, they had a list of labs. They send your blood out to one of these labs to test for these dioxins and stuff. So they made agreement with these blood, I don't know, blood drawers, blood suckers. I don't know what you want to call them, but they kind of made an agreement with them that if people came in, would they be willing to send their there's a whole places in Ohio. Imagine that, Ohio. There's a incinerator place down in East Liverpool. Toxic waste incinerator. Why were they taking it to Texas and Michigan, Tennessee? I just don't get it. But so they made an agreement, I guess, that they will send this blood away to have this blood tested, right, and see what you really got. So it was only the ones included on their list that actually agreed to do this. So I got the list somewhere. I know they gave me a copy of it, but I will get that done for you guys that are always worried about me. I'm still alive. I'm still doing well. I think I may have lost some more brain cells, but that's all right. Should have some damn waste from the site earlier in the month, and there's been border line resumed Monday to approved sites in Ohio. Yeah. See, that's why. See, the EPA made it sound like they put the hold on it because they had to verify that the places they were taking this waste to was, I forget what the letters, whatever letters are certified. No, it was the states said, you ain't bringing this crap to our state. You better take it somewhere else. So, but that's why I kind of laughed when EPA stopped and gave me their card and asked me if I had any questions. He even gave me his cell phone number on his card. He crossed out his business number and gave me a cell phone number. I do have a lot of questions, but I want honest answers, not scripted answers. So, but like I said, he was nice. I'm not gonna rip on him. He's just doing his job. Whatever. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I have a early start in the morning. I'm not looking forward to. And as for the rest of the week, I don't know. I start going like glowing when I start drinking. I don't think I've started yet. My oldest daughter was funny. I was down at the creek and she asked me. She seen I was down at the creek. She watched my video and she asked me if I got my feet wet or if I touched the water. I said no. I said, but if I started growing extra toes or extra fingers, then I know there was something in the water. She didn't think that was very funny. She yelled at me for it actually, but no, I didn't touch the water. I didn't walk in the water. I'm not that stupid. I'm gonna address this now. I will address this on the video too. This is so disturbing. Okay, I'm gonna address this real quick. I will address this on the video when I'm down in that area also. The other day, okay, down in that nature area I was at, where I showed the dead fish in the rainbow water and everything. That irrigation thing they have down there. There was a group of kids. Okay, no, I didn't personally see this. I was sent the picture of this. These kids were running through that irrigation water, riding their bicycles through it, like it was a sprinkler. Um, that is so wrong. They're playing in toxic water, is what they're doing. I could not believe the picture when I seen it. I just couldn't. Where's the parents in this? You're playing in toxic sludge, basically. You're riding your bike through, you're good, having fun under the water, but I don't know. I could not believe it. But I was sent a picture, and there was kids playing in that, that little shower thing they have going. They were riding their bikes through it. They were, running back and forwards through it. I don't know. Like I said, it's going to affect the kids more than anything because, like I said, we're going to be long gone before we know the full effects of this. Puzzle where there was no perimeter set up. Exactly. And it took them, 2 hours to notify the, I can't think of the name of the company now. I covered another video. It took them 2 hours to notify that there was a train derailment with hazardous chemicals. It took Norfolk Southern to do that. So, all of the cars except for the 11 cars, yeah, because most of the cars they kept were the tanker cars. The box cars were all cut up. The car hauler was. The hopper tanks were. I know that. All that's left on there is the tanker cars themselves. So. That's what they were saying. They were saying, imagine, T-Bone, imagine if you were a truck driver, okay, and you had something wrong with your truck, and you ignored what was wrong with your truck, and you continued to drive it, and you crashed, and this stuff spilt. You probably would be in jail the rest of your life. That's what I don't get. They would blame the truck driver for this. Because, you should have stopped because you knew something was wrong with your truck, but because you didn't, you caused an accident, and now, we got contamination everywhere. I just don't get how they're not holding the company accountable for it. But like I said, I showed the donations that, this company has given to the officials around here. So that could be a reason why. I don't get it, but. I said, I don't understand a lot of stuff. I'm just here to report on it. So I don't know what's going on the rest of the week. I will plan the week as I go through, I guess. Definitely we'll get out there. He's spilling a gallon of milk in a tanker. It's a contaminated spill. that is true. You're right, Mama Bear. I mean, I don't get it. There were so many things they did during this that I just don't get. I want to reach out. I want to reach out to other fire departments and find out if they got offered to have their gear replaced because of they were also at this fire. We got 30 companies. 30 companies at this fire responding to this fire. Were they offered? By the train company to have their uniforms replaced. It's just something, I think about. Why, if not, why was only East Palestine offered, this? You gotta call hazmat for a pee bottle. Yeah, but why was only East Palestine offered this money? If they didn't offer it to any other fire departments, because they were the ones that basically walked into this shit, not knowing what was on fire. They walked into this. So I said I love my first responders. The amount of money that was donated to the fire department still puzzles me. Yes, the Youngstown Fire Chief. I love him. He is so outspoken. Me and him could get along excellent. That is a good idea. Maybe I might give him a call. Or if he's at the next meeting, maybe I'll sit down with him and have a good conversation with him. Because he says what he thinks, so I love that about him. He don't hold nothing back. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. It's 11 here, so like I said, I got early morning. Look for that tomorrow. And like I said, I do want to get out more, and this ain't gonna sound right, but I want to get out more to stand on the corner. but I want to stand on the corner with my sign, because I won't make no money standing on the corner for other reasons. But I do want to get out and do that a little bit more this week. Just for the simple fact that it seems to be more people is paying more attention now, that they realize that I'm just not going to be a one-time person out there. That one day I was out there, isn't going to be the only day. I'm going to continue to be out there. So I want to do more of that this week. So look for that. I'm trying to think. I don't think anything really exciting happened on my body camera. Well, besides that maniac Jeep guy. I'll have to look at my footage and see if I actually got good footage of him. That guy was just a total ass. Beeping because he had to sit there for 30 seconds. It was like 30 seconds while the guy asked the people in the car if they were here for water or if they were passing through town, so you know which way to send them. I haven't looked at my footage of that yet, but if I do find that footage and that footage is halfway decent, I'll post that so you guys see. I just couldn't believe it. All right, guys. When I was in the fire department, we had to take hazmat. Yeah. I was a volunteer firefighter. Well, geez almighty, I was 18, so that's a long time ago. And I remember we had to do hazmat training, and then and regular training, at least once a month. Well, regular training was once a month. I think hazmat, we did. I do believe it was every year, because it was a smaller town. It wasn't no big city, so I think we did that every year. But yeah, one time I was a firefighter, so I know what they run into and what they have to deal with. So that's why I have respect for them, because I was actually one of them at one time. So, all right, guys. Oh, you missed me? You watched the replay? Well, that's fine, Arrow. This was just covering the donation drop off and some really stupid stuff that I probably shouldn't have had to cover. I heard about that. I want to watch. It's on Twitter. I will look for that. That's why I said you got to learn to respect people. You cannot go and run up to people with your video camera. I seen Corinne do that. I don't know how many times today. You cannot do that. This ain't Washington D.C. or something. You got to learn that. You got to earn these people's respect before they start to open up to you. But coming from a different town, I guess from a big city, it's a lot different in a big city than it is a small town. So, I will look for that Jeep footage. I may even post the footage of that guy in that car too, because I did have my camera on rolling when he was talking about all that chemical stuff. It was interesting. I can't remember it all because he's a lot smarter than I was. So that's why I wear it, for to catch. People ask me, do you post? Do you wear this to post videos the whole time you're out here? No, I wear it for my own safety, because I know how people get when sometimes people don't agree with you out there, and it's for my safety and their safety, because video doesn't lie. So, but I will look for that. But I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'll see what crap is posted about me tomorrow. I'm sure there will be some nice stuff about this video, but Oh, his video last night, man. Somebody sent me the link. And it's like, you got to watch this. Man, who the hell is this person? You know, I've never even heard him before. Turned it on. As soon as I heard what he was saying, I commented in there. I just got on here and I know who exactly you're talking about. Yeah, I think he learned his lesson, and I don't think he will make that mistake anymore. So, I feel sorry for him. I honestly do. But we gotta live and learn, I guess. I made stupid mistakes also, so because that's part of life. I don't think he'll make that same mistake again. I was wondering, you know, the other thing I was wondering, what if Corinne donated any of her, you know, Give Set and Go money, since she's, you know, asking for $21,000. What if she, you know, donated any of that to maybe, you know, buy some water or something for somebody? But I was just wondering that $21,000. Holy shit! She raises $21,000, man. All right, I'm off here, guys. Like I said, look for that tomorrow morning. They say 8. I can't say for sure what time he's going to show up or what time they're going to start it. So, you know, keep watch. If you miss it, I will post it. I'll post it on both channels. So, you know, most of you guys follow my other channel on here, but some people only follow this channel. So, I will post it on both. So if you miss it, you can watch it. You know, again, it should be very interesting. It should be. So, all right, guys, I'm off here. You guys have a great night. Enjoy yourself. Don't fall out of bed. Sleep tight. I know I'm going to lay down and fall asleep because my feet are killing me today. So, all right, guys. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.